How you doing, family? Welcome to the Up and Active channel. This is your host, Arias. Just checking in. Decided to do a quick video. I'm actually traveling right now down in the city of Hobbs, New Mexico. Be out here working for a little bit on a few other things. I'd like to take care of some housekeeping. If I can get all my people to subscribe, like, and leave a comment, that really helps out the algorithm. We're trying to grow this thing. We're trying to take it to another level. So I really appreciate that. I will be having a link to my store where you can pick up some Up and Active merchandise. I have hoodies, t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, truck hats, as well as snapback hats, and I have a stainless steel water drinking container. And then as well as I have some stickers on there. So yeah, I have a link on there. Just take a look, see if you like something. Put your order in, and it'll ship directly to you within about, I believe, 5 days. No longer than about 7, if I'm not mistaken. I'm actually waiting on some shirts to come in now. So the next episode I should have that merchandise on as well. So, but I wanted to touch base on a couple of weird topics that's going on. I'm not familiar. I don't know if you're familiar with some of the laws that they are trying to pass, excuse me, in the process of passing in California. My hometown, I am from San Diego, California, born and raised, 619 original. I currently reside in Texas. A lot of people know, I grew up in Texas as well, so Texas is my other home. I actually got it tattooed on me, so I am a diehard California Texan. So, but I left the California politics, if you will, in California. That was never my intent to bring that kind of mindset to Texas. For me, Texas was always, fun as a kid. Going down to the farm, like farm life. Yes, I lived on farms. Yeah, family can attest. As most of us, our families in the South tended to either have farms or worked in some type of industry. Well, my family, they had hog farms, they had cattle farms. So, we just like many others, we had land. My father, he's from Kentucky. Grandma on mom's side, they're from Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, that little region. So, Pops, he's more Kentucky, Ohio. We have some family in Virginia, Indiana. My family's kind of big, so, yeah. But enough of that. They have a new law coming out. I believe it is Bill A, like Apple, B like boy, 957. I have to double check just to make sure. But that bill essentially, it starts to erode the parental rights. It starts to encroach on parental rights. I have an issue with anybody trying to tell me how to raise my child. As I'm pretty sure most of you would agree with me there. That's my child. That's not your child. In whatever capacity I deem him ready to advance his level of knowledge, I will teach you. As a parent, that's what we're supposed to strive and do. We're supposed to be the first line of defense, the first teacher, essentially, to all of our children. We should give them a strong foundation so they understand how to navigate this crazy world we live in. But essentially, this bill, what it does is, if a child decides to identify as whatever, as a parent, if you don't acknowledge what they're identifying as, that can be perceived as child abuse, and pursuant with that, the parent can receive a fine, I believe, of up to $10,000, if not more, as well as the child can be removed from your custody and you can be placed in jail. I know it sounds a bit extreme. I know it sounds a little bit like come on, man, but go look it up. It is, I believe it's Bill A like Apple, B like boy, 957. I know they're looking to get that law passed, so you definitely want to check into that, as well as they're, like I said, they're encroaching on parental rights. I don't understand why anybody would think that is okay. This entire trans movement, I have my own take on it. We'll talk about that on another episode. We'll dig into it a little bit more. I see it for what it is, and I'm sure a lot of other people see it for what it is. I have friends that are in the gay community. I don't understand the whole gay community. They live their life just like we do. There's absolutely nothing different than straight and gay people. We're caught up on, sex. What? Really? That is the most simplest, primitive form of human interaction. It's what they choose to do, just like what you choose to do, okay? I choose to be heterosexual, okay? No big deal. It means absolutely nothing. I'm just like pretty much everybody else in the world. Those who choose to be a homosexual or they choose to engage in that, that's their choice. As long as they're not killing nobody, why do you care? Some of the most beautiful people I've ever met they have a different lifestyle. Everybody's lifestyle is different, but we all live a lifestyle because it's called life. See how that works? See how that word works? Life. But this trans movement, that's something very, very different, and it's very remnant of early on. Back in the days when I started high school, I started high school in the 80s. I'm a little old. I'm old, dude. Whatever. I know I look young. Thank you. Hey now. Got some skin products coming. Stay tuned. But I remember all the talks I'd hear my parents talking about how Reagan, who was considered the greatest president ever, he's, by the way, responsible for the crack epidemic. Just go ahead and let that out. You know. If you don't know, go do you some research, do you some homework. I am not baby feeding anyone. I'm not hand feeding anyone. I'll give you the information. I'll put it out there. There will be some times where I will put up links. I'll put up connections to some of the information and some of the places I got, you know, some of the literature that I was able to get this information from. I always believe in you read it yourself, you put your own eyes on it. I could tell you whatever, but you have to put your own eyes on it. Once you do that, I think you internalize it a little differently. So, but definitely look into that, you know, from all my California residents, all my family, all my peoples, all the homies, everybody that still resides in California, pay attention to what's happening in California. Because it's sad, you know. I mean, we could talk about it from a political perspective, and unless you live under a rock, unless you are just a diehard, just want to go all the way down with the ship, if you're not noticing a pattern in all these Democratic ran cities, by the way, the worst cities are all Democratic. Philly, Chicago, Baltimore, California. That's a state, I know, but pick a city. Oregon, Washington State. All these places that's got rampant crime, rampant drug abuse, rampant homelessness. Businesses are leaving left and right. The economy in all these various Democratic ran cities is tumbling. If you haven't noticed, you saw what happened with Bud Light trying to go woke. You saw what happened with Target trying to go woke. All these other companies trying to jump on the bandwagon. It's called a woke bandwagon. Excuse me. If you haven't figured that out by now, I really don't know what to tell you. It's the woke bandwagon. It keeps running into potholes. It keeps hitting sinkholes, speed bumps. I don't know. I don't really know what to tell you. In all honesty, good luck. I have a different take, and we'll definitely dive into that. We'll speak on that. But that was just, something I wanted to throw out there. I will be putting up another video here sometime this week. We're going to touch on some other topics as well. And remember, man, one drop of water starts a waterfall. And we know how powerful a waterfall can be. I'm trying to be that drop of water, one drop at a time. I want everybody to join on with me so we can grow this thing, so we can be all up and active, so we can all take it to the next level. And remember, you got a fresh 24. A fresh 24. So don't waste no time. Be great. Until next time, it's been the Up and Active channel. Stay active. Peace.